Hey everybody, it is Friday and thank you for joining us here on Northern Life on Northern News Now. So happy you can be here with us as we finish off this work week. We're having a lot of fun. We're referencing a lot of Lady Gaga songs before the show.
Interesting start to the day.
But a good start. Little throwbacks, throwback songs and whatnot.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of throwback today, aren't we?
We are.
A little throwback photo session later on, which I'm sure is coming up in this tease right
Thanks
here.
Thanks for reading Briggs' tease, I was going to say. Well, Briggs,
doing my job for me. I appreciate it.
That's what I do. I'm taking your job.
He puts the suit jacket on and takes all our jobs. It's a tough day for the two of us.
Mr. Business.
Yeah, he means business. Hey, well, today we'll tell you about the other things that are going on. We're talking about the Pro Bowl weekend that's ahead of us, which includes Duluth's very own CJ Ham, who will be taking part. We'll also be showing you a few Super Bowl commercials that you can expect to see the following weekend.
Hunter, you want to take this one? It's supposed to be me, but you go for it.
I can try it.
Yeah.
After that, today's top 5 is a throwback for us. Even the word throwback is in there. We're taking a part in a recent social media trend, sharing a few photos from years back. There you go.
I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be interesting.
We also want to wish you a happy Groundhog Day. That's today. Also, it's National Wear Red Across the Country Day during this American Heart Month. Here in Duluth, the Duluth Chamber of Commerce is celebrating both the 100th anniversary of the American Heart Association and the 20th anniversary of the Go Red for Women movement. Tonight, Anger Tower in Duluth will also be lit red in support of raising awareness for cardiovascular disease in women. A big cause, of course. One we decided to support today by wearing our red, so hopefully you've got red on too. But I've been to a couple of those Go Red for Women events held here locally, and it's always very, inspiring to hear the women who speak at those events just talk about their battles with heart health and how, it can come out of nowhere that you start dealing with something troubling. So a good reminder to always get checked for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, for the most part, we've got a very supportive community when it comes to things like that,
Certainly.
So that we're very lucky to live where we live.
And very cool, too. I mean, usually with these events and, where we wear red or wear teal, Anger Tower sometimes lit up red at times or teal. So, very supportive around town.
Amen to that.
Well, hey, a new study has found your coffee shop loyalty may come down to geography. A real estate data company used internet searches by location to gauge the popularity of Dunkin' or Starbucks, and it found the top 5 cities for Starbucks lovers are on the West Coast, and the cities with the most Dunkin' lovers are mostly on the East Coast. And so it got me thinking, where does our upper Midwest coffee loyalty lie?
Gotta say Caribou, right? Caribou Coffee, a Minnesota
it's 2
brand.
steps away from our place, so I think we have to. That's our favorite anyway.
Caribou's probably the upper Midwest, at least the Minnesota. You could say Quick Trip maybe for coffee. Seth in our ear when I was reading that said a holiday for coffee.
Holiday.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think Midwest people really enjoy their local coffee shops too, because it becomes a little place of gathering and community. So I feel like that's a big loyalty in the Midwest when it comes to coffee too.
We've got a few of those around here, don't we? I don't drink coffee,
really
but I know. We've got a few. Duluth's Coffee.
Hunter's never been in the building.
I admire them when I drive by.
Like Duluth Coffee, and I think Yellow Bike's another one.
Sure. 190 over in Lincoln Park. A ton of really good ones.
Yeah, always fun to sit down too with a nice cup too with the artwork on it.
Yes.
Super fun.
Yep.
Well, hey, I was scrolling through Facebook, and this one might be for Hunter. And is no coffee involved.
Sure.
I had to show you guys this Bloody Mary on a bar in Plymouth, Minnesota.
What?
The Northern Tap House posted this pic of their new concoction called the Kevin Bacon. So here's what it's got. It's got bacon-washed vodka and classic bloody mix, then top it with a BLT, chicken-fried Nashville hot bacon, a bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper, bacon-wrapped water chestnuts, candied bourbon giant bacon on a stick, and it's topped off with, guess what? A strip of classic bacon and brown sugar bacon.
That's a beautiful thing right there. That's what I see when I go to sleep every night. It's like my dream every single night. What is that, $2,000 though? Does it say a price?
That's what makes you want to grab like a big old thing of Tums to fight heartburn.
It looks like something you get at the state fair with all those sticks in it, man.
I had to show you that. That was at a bar near my hometown in Plymouth. So
oh my God.
might have to go down there. I think they called it the Kevin Bacon, but you know how like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, how like celebrities have been in movies with them.
Yep.
I think there's 7 degrees of bacon on that plate.
Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh. Well, let's go visit your parents, and then we'll go to that place.
Say hi.
Yes.
Good thing there's 3 of us, so we might need a few folks to finish that thing.
I'm getting my own. own. Don't touch mine.
Might get two.
We are less than 6 months away from the start of the Summer Olympic Games in France. I can't believe it's coming up so quick already. And you need to check out what the opening ceremony is going to look like. Wow, the opening event will be a 3.7-mile parade along the river. Is it Seine?
Seine?
Oh.
The big river in Paris?
Seine?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be on July 26th. French leaders say the number of people set to attend has been estimated about 300,000, which actually is around half as many people as were previously expected to attend the opening ceremony.
There's not enough parades on water. Look at more of those. That's so cool.
They do that in Eagle River. They do a 4th of July parade on their chain of lakes, and all these pontoons take part, and they get decorated. Cool. Yeah, it's really fun.
I feel like Lake Superior should take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You like put people up on either shore and just have boats go by. Bring out the binoculars.
The first ever, we could do the Northern News Now parade, and we could get this thing sponsored. We got this thing rolling. Let's get it going by next summer.
Yeah.
For the Christmas City of the North parade, just put it on water.
There we go.
During the day.
In the winter?
Well, before the ice.
Oh,
before there's ice.
Okay, that's cool though.
The half Christmas, maybe half birthday of it. Do it in the summer.
That's not a bad idea.
Get the freighters involved. Why not?
Yeah.
Ships.
I'd hang out on the Tregurtha or something. That'd be cool. Live from the Tregurtha.
That'd be so
What's the one with there's one that has a really cool horn. Paul Barker or something. Our old meteorologist, Peter Kevakowskis.
Yes.
It was his favorite ship, but now it's escaping me, so we're going to have to text him and ask what.
Or as Tony Nargi says, it is bridge bound.
Yeah.
Bridge bound.
Big ship guy. Big ship guy.
We'll have to call one in a favor to the folks upstairs to get that parade on water. Well, hey, coming up on the rest of the show, we're going to enjoy a few early looks at this year's Super Bowl commercials. Thanks so much for being here on Northern Lights.
With the Chiefs and 49ers heading to the Super Bowl next weekend, a few 2024 Pro Bowl alternates have officially been called up, and that includes Duluth native C.J. Ham for the Vikings. He will be replacing Kyle Juszczyk at the fullback position. This is the second time Ham has been named to the Pro Bowl in his career now. So Ham will join two teammates down in Orlando, Danielle Hunter and Andrew DePaula. I should have read up on it.
That's so easy, isn't it?
DePaula, I know, a prompter. Call me Hunter. The Pro Bowl games will conclude on Sunday with the Pro Bowl Games championship.
Neat.
Have you guys ever watched? I've never watched that before, the Pro Bowl. Is it interesting?
I think they turned it recently to be more a flag touch sort of instead of tackle.
Oh, it's even more lame.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
That has been, a little bit of criticism from people is that it's not, they don't try quite as hard because obviously they don't want to get hurt in their off season, of course. So I think they've kind of adjusted it now to better benefit the players. So you don't have to get tackled in your off season and risk your actual season
It
to
makes
get
sense.
hurt in the Pro Bowl. Yeah,
and for the most part, too, a lot of those games just end up being like a lot of offense. So, having the flag football, the quarterback probably won't get hit, and then throwing it up to the receivers, the running backs, too.
Cool to see some Duluth representation in that, though. That'll be fun to watch. C.J. Ham. Also, I don't know how you pronounce the last name, but was it Juszczyk?
Juszczyk.
Good job.
I think that's his wife is the one who made that really fancy jacket that Taylor Swift wore to a recent really cold Kansas City game.
Yeah, she's making a lot of those.
She's so cool. Yeah, she made herself a really neat jacket to wear to one of the 49ers games. So it'll be very interesting to see, does she make Taylor Swift a jacket to wear to the Super Bowl? Because her husband's team is going up against Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team. So we'll see how that plays out on the Instagrams.
Yeah, see how it is on social media.
Before we get to Sunday's big game, though, Oreo is out with its first Super Bowl commercial since 2013, and we're so excited to share a bit of it here on Northern Life. Take a look.
Let's twist on it.
Cream on the left, we get out of here. Cream on the right, we stay with those guys.
All right, people, we're on the move!
Let's go, Kevin. Get your spear.
I just feel like she doesn't take me seriously.
Don't say that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can we help you?
I have a delivery for Athena.
You know any Athena?
I don't know any Athena.
Twist on it?
Yeah. Cream on the right, we let him in.
Oh! Welcome to Troy!
Open the gate.
Have fun in there!
Thank you.
That is a clever one. I'm going to make all my decisions that way now.
Twist on it, yeah.
Yeah, Oreo's new ad campaign shows the twist open method being used to make big decisions about everything from the Trojan horse you saw there to artificial intelligence too. Interesting though, I've always wondered about this. How come sometimes companies decide to release like basically their whole ad before it actually airs in the Super Bowl? You pay all that money to put it out there. And I'm sure you pay a lot of money production-wise too to make it happen, and maybe that's why they put it out so early. But
I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's like, well, you just spent millions, and then I just watched it now. So.
Yeah, what's the point of doing that?
And then you saw it again on Northern Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's help Hellman's Mayo out here. So we have another commercial you can expect to see from Hellman's Mayo. Let's watch that one.
Leftover chicken, scallions, cheese. What am I going to make with this? Mayo. Hellman's, you can talk. And then she says, and boom, Hellman saves the leftovers. She can't spell. Mine!
Now, our keynote speaker.
Is it serious?
You lasted longer than most.
For Saturday Night Live star Kate McKinnon appears in the ad alongside a feline known as Mayo Cat. The commercial encourages viewers to be aware of food waste and how its mayonnaise can help eliminate that.
I didn't know that's what cats were saying this whole time. That's pretty darn cool.
That's what they've wanted the entire time. They wanted some mayo. They don't want Miracle Whip. They wanted mayo.
That's true.
a small ask. A couple of familiar four-legged friends will be ready for their close-up on Super Bowl Sunday, and we've just learned that there's a future Budweiser Clydesdale who's just been born too. The Anheuser-Busch Warm Springs Ranch in Missouri recently welcomed this cute little one. As for this year's commercial, it's called Old School Delivery, and it will be their 46th Super Bowl appearance. Always a mainstay of the Super Bowl, those Clydesdales. So fun to watch them in the commercials.
Yeah, my gosh. Are you guys fans of the Progressive commercial where they talk about the older folks and like how they're perceived or whatever? You know, like it's the funniest
you're turning
thing.
into your parents.
Yeah, you're turning. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You're turning into your parents. My parents hate that commercial because they're like it describes everything that they're doing in their lives right now. It's so funny. But I hope they make another one of those for the Super Bowl. That's my hope.
Those are always good commercials. Well, hey, we had to talk about this one too. Truly, it's not a commercial, but it is a product. Truly has dropped a new hard seltzer flavor in honor of the upcoming Super Bowl. The brand launched their Truly Hot Wing Sauce Seltzer on January 29th. The limited edition hard seltzer is described to be the perfect game day addition, providing a zesty kick. The Football Dream concoction is available as a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans in select markets.
Did we ask for this?
Last. I don't think we did. But that mixed with the Bloody Mary from earlier in the show.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Might be a good one too. Who knows? Who knows? But need a lot of Tums after that day. My golly. Well, hey, still ahead, we're hopping back in the time machine and going back to when we were 21. Welcome back, everyone. All week, every time I go through Instagram, people have been posting on their stories like they usually do, but they've been following a trend recently showing what they looked like when they were 21 years old. And since it is a Top 5 Friday here on Northern Life, we compiled our own group of pictures from when we were younger. So let's start it off with Briggsless Savage.
I don't want to start. Okay. Let's see what we have first. What do we have first for my pictures? Oh, that was actually me when I was an intern here.
How about
way back in the day? Yeah, in the summer I did like a little anchor read sort of thing for practice and to use for applying to jobs. So that was cool. Got to sit on the desk. There's me in college doing some in my senior year. Tommy Media, it was called. Yeah, a lot of student journalism was done in that room. And then a bunch of my friends from college and one of our professors. We always used to go out to a restaurant called the Groveland Tap in St. Paul. Our professor would bring us and just like hang out with us. He is a very cool guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of fun memories there.
That's
Man.
so
It was a
cool.
throwback going all the way back to to when I was 21. I realized like I don't have pictures on my phone from that far back, and so I was like, oh, I had to go to like Facebook and scroll back for like years and years and years.
Yep.
That's why
Yep.
Facebook's been super helpful too. Yeah,
Yes.
finding all those. But those are awesome to pull back up. Hey, Hunter, how about you? Let's
Yeah.
see some young Hunter McCullough.
Let's
I know
dig in.
you're
This
still
is-
a spry guy.
Yeah,
but
exactly. I know, right?
I
Look
like
at
that guy.
St. Cloud State giving the weather right there. UTVS. You've got me beating Colton. We're helping our uncle and aunt, Uncle Jerry, Aunt Cindy, moving from their house, and so we played a little foosball out on the lawn. This is the band back in the day. Back then it was
Cool.
Dennis Pearson, who was one of the original members of the band. This is all of us going to a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert down in the cities.
wow.
And there's the band again playing up on, this is in Two Harbors, I believe. So a lot of fun memories, a weird time in life as you're
Right.
in college, about to hit really adulthood. You're about to graduate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was our junior, senior year, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
college.
Yeah.
So kind of a crazy time in life, but very, very fun memories.
Isn't it funny to like think back then? You think you knew a lot about the world.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
as a 21-year-old, you're like, I'm able to drink now. I'm an adult, and then
Yeah.
you get to like 25 or 27, you're like, oh, actually, I'm not an adult.
And as you keep going on, I feel like you know less and less. It's really
Yeah,
weird. I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, become smarter with age too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, life
Well,
is weird.
How about let's
see,
pull up
Ryan.
my group of 5. I didn't pick my top 5 favorites, but
Oh, Sophie, where's Sophie?
this one is from my first day interning at the station, so I wanted to send that to my mom.
Cool.
A picture of me with some friends behind the camera up at the border where the
like,
big
yeah, where are your
waterfalls are at. And where are my friends? There's my friend right
I'm just
there. My
kidding.
friend is the cow. But I mean, my
Aw.
neck beard was working overtime too as a 21-year-old. I don't know why anybody didn't stop me when it came to growing that thing out, because that was tough to look at. But
Dude, what a stud.
Yeah.
a headshot of me too back in the day for theater purposes, but no, I mean, even like we saw with you too, Briggs, like the old internship, it's like
Yeah.
how many stories we've covered and how much we've talked about and how much we've experienced in this community since we interned here. It's
I
been
know.
a long time.
Gosh.
We knew so little back then.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
this.
still feel like I know little, but looking back, I'm like, well, I have grown a little
Yeah,
bit, you know,
yeah.
at least a little bit.
That's why
Important to look back once in a while, you know? Yeah.
And that's why it's fun too to talk to folks like Dave Anderson, who's been here forever, and he can tell us all these stories about the history of what was here before we picked up the torch in a way at the station.
Yeah, my gosh, carrying on kind of somewhat of a legacy of the station. It's
Yeah.
pretty darn cool.
I will be muting my Facebook memories. I don't need to see
I don't want
anymore.
those. I don't want those.
After the break, we have a ton of items to share before next week's shows.
Welcome back, folks. Coming up next week on Northern Life, Ryan and I went over to Liftbridge Bagels in Superior, where we got to meet Lexi Land and help make delicious cinnamon, sugar, and everything bagels. We got to do more shoots where we're able to eat during the shoots, because they actually turned out fantastic.
They
The ones that
did.
we made. Of course, she makes them perfect, but we actually did pretty darn good with our bagels.
Especially anything that has to do with like hot bread or hot donuts. I mean, or hot coffee. My golly.
Well, you guys were doing every step, it looks like.
We were helping big
Wow.
time. Lexi walked us through the process, so it's a lot of fun. So we'll see that on Monday. And hey, on Tuesday, I get to blindfold Briggs and Hunter, and we didn't travel too far, but we did bring someone surprise them in our conference room upstairs.
Still
exciting.
having nightmares about that.
You guys had fun though, but
We
you know,
did.
In the end.
yeah, in the
Yes.
end, in the end, but not during the initial shock might have.
Especially Briggs.
Yeah,
Yep.
Also on Monday, we're going to be compiling some of our recent favorite stories and sharing those. That's because we're going to be spending the majority of our day in Hayward and doing a number of shoots there to get to introduce you guys to the community before the Berkey race.
Coming up
That's
very
coming up,
quick, yeah.
Just a few weeks away. Hopefully the weather holds out for them.
We'll have
to
a
see
little
what
bit of snow.
happens.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah.
Cross our
Exactly.
fingers big
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.